The Colonial School District in Newcastle County is working hard to put together a plan for the next school year. The biggest question, whether they'll get some added revenue they had hoped would come in a tax referendum vote a few months ago. Well, that didn't happen, and now another vote has been scheduled for June asking for less money. Here to talk about it is the superintendent of the Colonial School District, Dr. Dorothy Linn. She is our first person this week. Dr. Linn, welcome.
Thank you. So
let's talk about some numbers here. You'd ask for how much in February, and what are you asking for on June 4th?
In February, we asked for 47 cents, and for this June 4th referendum, it's going to be 35 cents.
35 cents per
$100 of assessed value. So we clearly heard from the community and our stakeholders that 47 cents was too much of a hike, of an increase. So we went back and we looked at all of the different things that we were asking for within the 47 cents, and we got it down to 35 cents.
Now 47 cents and 35 cents, big picture numbers, what are we looking at?
Well, the 35 cents is overall over $9 million when we run the numbers. Within that 35 cents, it's 30 cents for operating costs, which is salaries and just basic day-to-day operating costs. And then the other monies is for technology and curriculum. And Common Core is coming down the pike for our entire state is going for Common Core and smarter balance testing in the next year or two, so we have to prepare our students and our faculty for that.
The difference between 47 cents and 35 cents, what gets lost?
So everything got cut back. It was 32 cents for operating, so we went down to 30, and we took pre-K. We had pre-K in the 47 cents before, and we took that off, and then we reduced to technology and curriculum monies.
Okay. So you had 3 sessions planned to explain the need for the people to vote for the referendum on June 4th. One was this week. Do you feel people understand what's at stake here, and how did the session go?
The session went well. We had a lot of community members that were there. People come and ask a lot of very difficult questions. It is a difficult time to ask for a tax increase, and that is something that we hear quite a bit, that people are struggling and that it is difficult to make their bills and for a tax increase. We have not had we have not asked for an operating increase in 20 years. There was a small operating increase in 2005 that was for air conditioning for all of the schools, the cost of that, but for a major operating increase, it's been 20 years, which is good for our school district, for our taxpayers, because they didn't have to have an increase. But when you go that long without asking for a tax increase to catch up with the time and what you need, it ends up being a higher bump than what people are comfortable with.
You know, let's think worst case scenario here. Come June 4th, the referendum gets rejected again. How deep will the cuts be at that point? And have you come up with a contingency plan if that's the outcome?
Well, we have, we've already, based on the failed referendum in February, we need to make hard decisions because staffing needs to be done and people need to be notified by May 15th about contracts. So our school board did meet last night, and they did pass our staffing proposal based on the failed referendum, and there were 76 positions that will not be back, that were cut.
Including teachers?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You know, we keep hearing there's a lot of shifting populations in the state. There's a lot of growth in the southern part of the district, that area near the canal. Do you think that that is part, do you think people understand that your school district needs as much as it does? And does the shifting of the population have something to do with maybe a lack of understanding? Well,
I think some of the feedback that we got from the first referendum is that there wasn't enough information out, that people weren't aware of the referendum. And we had posted a lot of information. We put a lot of stuff on our website, and we did have meetings, and we went to civic associations and PTAs. But what we need to do is go out to our community and talk more. We're going out and meeting people in their own at their own meetings instead of asking them to come to us. We're still having informational meetings, 3 that are posted throughout the district, but in addition we're going out and meeting with civic associations. We're going to have a town hall meeting with our legislators, and I think that It's just a matter of getting the information out and understanding what it all means, because the tax increase is based on assessed value versus market value of your home, and there has not been an assessment of properties in Newcastle County since 1983, I believe. So that's a lot different value than what your market value of your home is. So your increase in taxes is based on that, not on your market value. And that was a very big misconception on the first time around.
And you feel you're making
we do feel that we're getting some, we're trying very hard to go out, and as many people that come to us, we're going out to them too, and reaching out and trying to be give as much information so that the misinformation is cleared up and people are making a decision based on the correct information.
Okay, we're kind of running short on time, but want to talk about a couple more things. Penn Cater, your district could be thrown a curveball if Penn Cater is forced to close early. As you know, the charter was revoked in February. How are you preparing for that?
Well, William Penn is ready. We've had some parents come in and ask for registration packets. We will adjust if they do come to us and need to come to us before the end of the year. The counselors and the administrators are ready to adjust scheduling and make sure courses jive with each other, and especially for the seniors to make sure the credits are appropriate so that they can graduate.
But we've all heard that that's not something they're trying to do. They're trying to avoid that at all costs. Okay, race to the top. How is the district doing? And
we've done a lot of changes in our district. We're restructuring the high school. That was a very big initiative that we had, and we implemented it full tilt this year. We're doing a school within a school type of concept where there's 3 colleges and students can choose which college that they want to be in. And we have a lot of partnerships with businesses. We have a new culinary arts program. We have Penn Farms, which is a big partnership with Delaware Greenways, where our kids are working the farm next door, and we use the food for the culinary arts. And we have Discovered Card is a big partnership with us. So we have that going on with the high school. And then we have a lot of initiatives on addressing helping reading and math with our kids, and also looking at getting what do we need to do to get our kids college and career ready from kindergarten all the way up.
Okay, we are out of time.
Thank you
so much, Dr. Dorothy Linn. We will be watching and covering the events and how they unfold for the Colonial School District. Dr. Dorothy Linn is the superintendent of schools there.